sides are not opposite at all. Both of them are us, necessary parts of our complete selves. Saturn, like winter, is cold and turns us inward. But by experiencing the absence of sunlight and warmth, we are able to feel more joy when spring comes, when the sun shines, the days lengthen, and flowers begin to bloom. Working with Saturn, the disciplinarian and constrictor, we similarly feel a greater appreciation for the sunlight of our ego expression, vitality, creativity, and excitement for life. Discipline brings joy. Suffering brings wisdom. Integrity, morality, and self-awareness bring freedom and competence. Why we ever demonized our obstacles, pain, and fear is a great mystery, and it continues to wreak havoc on our minds and societies. Suppressing our shadows and projecting them outward spawns war, inside ourselves and in the world at large. By studying Saturn, understanding and experiencing his important lessons as laid out in this book, we can slough away and reorganize the parts of ourselves that are blocking our cheerfulness and sanity. We can step into our mastery, appreciating that where we struggle is also where we eventually shine. On a personal note, I first discovered Liz Greene when I was 18 years old. Her writing soon changed my life as she inspired me to become a serious student of astrology and eventually a professional astrologer. At the time, I felt confused about being human and was struck by the accuracy of her version of astrology and how it granted me a much clearer understanding of myself and others. Greene's voice was profound for me. Her psychologically informed perspective felt ordinary, logical, and deep, all at the same time. She helped me see the value of studying this mystical and cosmic art. She demonstrated that astrology isn't an airy-fairy fluke. It is specific and layered, providing a much more dimensional comprehension of ourselves, our relationships, our life path, and what it means to be human. Juliana McCarthy, author of The Stars Within You, A Modern Guide to Astrology, February 2021. Foreword by Robert Hand. Many years after its initial publication, it is difficult to overestimate the importance of Liz Greene's Saturn, A New Look at an Old Devil, and what it represents. It was and is an important step in the progress of the 20th century's most crucial contribution to the evolution of astrology, namely, the use of astrology as a tool of self-realization and self-actualization. Traditional forms of astrology derived from the Middle Eastern traditions, which include Hellenistic, Jyotish, and medieval astrology in both Arabic and Latin, seem to have assumed that the basic events and circumstances of one's life were predetermined to a significant degree, if not completely. Those Hellenistic astrologers, strongly influenced by Stoicism, show this tendency at its most extreme. The following passage from Manilius demonstrates this. The fates rule the world. Everything stands settled by law. Long seasons are marked out by causes which are fixed. As we are born, we are dying, and the end depends upon the beginning. From this both wealth and kingship flow, and more often there arises poverty. Skills and character are granted to those thus created, also vice, praise, the losses, and the gathering of things. Manilius Astronomica, Book 4, lines 14 through 19. My translation. Islamic and Christian astrologers of the Middle Ages gave greater scope to free will in theory, but in practice this is not obvious. Also, all three traditional forms of astrology held that there were good and bad planets, which later